Ladies and gentlemen, the secret word tonight is name. N-A-M-E.
Really? You bet your life. Elgin American, creator of America's most beautiful compacts, smartest cigarette cases, magic action lighters, finest dresser sets, presents Groucho Marx in the Elgin American show, You Bet Your Life. The comedy quiz series produced and transcribed from Hollywood. And here's that sterling Elgin American, the one, the only...
What a ridiculous name. Oh, that's me, Groucho Marx. Thank you. Well, here I am again with the $1,000 for one of our couples. George Fenneman, who's first to try for it?
A pair of newlyweds, Groucho, selected by our studio audience just before we went on the air. And here they come now, Mr. and Mrs. Howard Scala.
Welcome, youngsters, for Elgin American Compacts. And a Happy New Year. And if you say the secret word, you win a 16-millimeter Apollo Sound movie projector that sells for $129.50. It's a common word, something you always have with you. Newlyweds, eh? Well, you're the tallest newlyweds I ever saw. Howard Scala. Huh? Scala, is that the way you pronounce it?
That's right.
What kind of name is that?
That's a German name.
What did he win?
I'll tell you, Groucho.
Huh? Well, I wish you would, huh?
All right. They won an Apollo 16-millimeter projector.
Which sells?
For $129.50.
That's right.
Hollywood movies or movies they take themselves.
Well, now let's see when I got wiped out by that thing. You're the groom, I presume, huh?
That's right.
How long have you been married?
1 week.
That's 2 weeks between you, huh? Well, Arlene, where are you from, Arlene?
I'm from California.
You're a very beautiful girl, you know that?
Thank you.
Did you know that, too?
I certainly did.
How tall are you?
I'm exactly 6 feet in my stocking feet.
And how tall are you in your bare feet?
The same.
You wear very thin stockings, huh? How tall are you, Boxcar?
6'6.5".
6'6.5", huh? Now, how's the weather up there?
Well, not quite as smoggy as it is down there.
Reminds me of Bob Sherwood, the playwright. He's an old friend of mine, and he's 6'5" and very thin. I said to him one day, I says, Bob, what do you say to people when they ask you how the weather is up there? He says, I spit in their eye and tell them it's raining. How much do you weigh, Howard?
Oh, about 305 pounds.
Arlene, how did you meet this mighty Joe Young?
I met him in the California Tip Toppers.
What's the Tip Toppers?
Well, it's a club for tall people where the girls have to measure at least 6 feet.
Well, whose feet do they measure?
No, the girls have to be at least 6 feet tall, and fellows at least be 6'4".
You were both at the Tip Toppers Club? How did you meet them?
We were washing dishes at a Tip Topper party.
I suppose if you'd had an electric dishwasher there, you'd never met, huh? Shows you how these modern inventions are ruining everything. Where did you go on your honeymoon, Arlene? Mount McKinley?
No. Phoenix, Arizona.
What do you do for a living, Howard?
I play left tackle for the Green Bay Packers professional football team.
Imagine tackling this when it's running down the field. I'd rather stop in front of the Super Chief. Are you as tall now as when you were single? That's odd, really, because after they get married, lots of men find themselves very short. Well, in spite of the fact that you two giants make me feel pretty low, we're happy to have you here. Now, Fenneman, you have some perfect gifts, I presume, for these people.
I'm sure Mrs. Scala will enjoy this lovely sterling silver compact with 14-karat gold engraving. An Elgin American, of course. And for Howard, Elgin American's hand-engraved sterling silver cigarette case that holds 20 regular or 16 king-size cigarettes.
Thank you. It's very nice.
Arlene, where did you work before you were married?
I still do. I work at the Carnation Milk Company accounting.
Oh, I see. You have nothing to do with the cows, then.
No, I don't milk them, thank goodness.
Have to be a pretty high cow for you to milk. Arlene, I've never kissed a real tall girl. Would you mind if I kissed you?
Not at all, if Howard didn't mind.
How about it, big boy?
Well, it'd have to be over my dead body.
Well, if that's the way you want it. Fenneman, get the gun, huh? Suppose I kissed her and you didn't know anything about it.
Well, I'd know about it.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to trap you. Howard, I'll bet you a buck. I can kiss your wife and you won't know a thing about it. Bet?
Okay, it's a bet.
Would you mind moving aside there? Just a moment. Well, you saw me kiss her, didn't you?
That's right.
I lose. Here's your buck, huh? Well, I've kidded you, too, about your height, but I'm sure you're tall enough to overlook everything. Now, in just 1 minute, you're going to work together as a team for $1,000. But right now, I want you to pay attention to this.
There isn't a ticket for South Pacific.
Kiss Me Kate either.
Cheer up. You can get compacts by the same name. Yes, Elgin American announces 2 new hit show compacts, South Pacific and Kiss Me Kate. South Pacific with a pearl-studded sky comes in a black satin case for $7.50. $10 with a jewel-mounted lipstick case. The Kiss Me Kate compact, at just $5.95, is attractively decorated with a pair of red lips and a whip to tame that shrew. There's a radio hit show compact, too, Queen for a Day, with a royalty design in jeweler's bronze, also $5.95. Be the first to carry and give these new hit show compacts. Buy them tomorrow. The smart new South Pacific, Queen for a Day, and Kiss Me Kate compacts by Elgin American.
All right, let's see if you two will get a chance at the $1,000 question. You're going to play You Bet Your Life. Fenneman, bring them up to date on the rules.
All right, each of our 3 couples has $20. They bet as much of that 20 as they want on each of 4 questions. The couple that earns the most money gets a chance at the $1,000 question at the end of the show. Our other 2 couples are in a waiting room off stage, so they don't know what's going on out here.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected songs with baby in the title as your category. Is that right?
That's right.
All right, now here's your first question. You have $20. How much are you going to bet?
5.
Jerry Fielding will supply the music. You give me the title. Play, Jerry. Yes, sir, that's my baby is right.
And we're off to a great start with $25, Groucho.
Remember, you're going for $1,000 tonight. How much of the $25 will you try?
10.
10.
What is the name of this song?
Melancholy Baby.
Melancholy Baby's on the nose.
The timing now, they have $35.
All right, you got $35. Here's your third question. How much of the $35 you're going to try?
20.
$20. Give me the title of this baby song. Okay, Jerry. Baby Face is right.
They're really on their way now. They have $55.
All right, you're climbing up. You got $55. How much of the $55 you going to try?
30.
$30. Here's your last chance to beat the other couples. You're going to bet $30. What is the title of this song?
Pretty big.
Pretty Baby is right.
And they wind up with $85.
Thanks and Happy New Year from Elgin American Compacts. Now stick around. You may still get a chance at the big question.
Well, Groucho, the secret word is still name. Perhaps our next couple will say it. Just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected a car hop and a married man, and here they come. Mrs. Evelyn Fredrickson and Mr. Larry Stearns. Meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome to You Bet Your Life.
Hello.
Hello,
And if one of you says the secret word, he wins a 16-millimeter Apollo sound movie projector. It's a common word, something you always have with you. Evelyn Fredrickson, is that right?
That's right.
You're the car hop, huh?
Yes, I am.
I knew it. My headlights started flashing the minute you walked in. Where are you from, Miss Fredrickson?
I'm from Shannon's on Pico and Sepulveda. Shannon's Drive-In.
How are the hamburgers there?
They're terrific.
Well, if they're anything like the car hops. Mr. Steins? Larry Steins?
Larry Stern.
You're the husband?
Yes, I am, sir.
How long have you been married to Evelyn?
Oh, that isn't my wife.
Well, don't come and running to me with your troubles. Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Do you have any kids?
3 and I think 4 pretty soon.
When were you home last? Huh? How did you meet your wife?
Well, I decided I'd take some photography at night school. Thought I'd learn something, maybe. And,
Well, don't be too despondent. Huh?
And I used to go to photography with a friend of mine. Used to fool around in the darkroom. He'd sock me, and I'd sock him, and,
How did you know who you were hitting in the dark?
Well, I did, and I hit my wife that time, or she wasn't my wife then. And that's where the trouble began.
You hit your wife, and now you've got 4 kids, huh?
Not quite 4 yet.
It's a very sad story, all right. Evelyn, what is a car hop?
A car hop is a car waitress.
You wait for cars, is that right? Well, why do they call you car hops? Was your mother frightened by a kangaroo?
No, it's because we hop from car to car.
Well, why do drive-in restaurants specialize in hiring beautiful girls?
Because it draws more business.
Nice-looking car hops mean that more business?
Right, much more business.
Well, if you mean business, I'll change my tactics. Is it true that many girls become car hops in order to be noticed by movie producers?
Yes, I believe that is true.
Offhand, I'll bet there are more movie producers trying to get noticed by car hops. Larry, what sort of work do you do?
Well, I was teaching people how to drive.
How long did it last, Larry?
Week and a half.
How'd you lose your job?
Well, I was teaching someone how to drive, and I got a ticket for giving the wrong signal.
My hunch is you've done a lot of teaching around this town. Anything unusual happen around your place?
You mean beside the kids? Or...
Oh, you must have had an eventful life. What's your most unusual story, Larry?
Well, I had a lot of jobs. I never seemed to keep any of them too long.
Well, if you keep putting out the wrong hand, I can understand why.
The most unusual thing, I was selling vacuum cleaners for a little while. And I sort of developed a system. I thought it was pretty smart. I'd leave the machine out in the car, the new machine, and go in and demonstrate with their old one, because if you walk up to the house with a machine, they throw you out. And that's when I lost my job, because I was in the house demonstrating without a cleaner, and her husband came home and...
Was he amused by this, or...?
I didn't give him much chance to say or be amused at all. I thought I'd better leave.
Was the motor running on your car? Well, we enjoyed having you here tonight. Now we have some ideal gifts for each of you. George, proceed with the honors.
For Miss Fredrickson, pearls. Elgin American's beautiful simulated pearls. They're the finest pearls made by man. I'm sure you'll enjoy them.
Thank you very much.
And for Mr. Stearns, Elgin American's long, slim cigarette case in jeweler's bronze that looks like gold.
That's swell.
Now let's play You Bet Your Life for $1,000. You run your $20 into more than the other couples, and you get a chance at the big question later. Now, Fenneman's off stage to remind our listeners how much the first couple won.
The Timber Topper newlyweds won $85.
Here we go. Let's see how high you can build your $20. You selected dice expressions as your category. Now, here's your first question. You have $20. How much are you going to risk?
She says 12.
$12. All right. Snake eyes is a throw of what number?
2.
2 is right.
And they're on their way with $32.
Remember, you're going for $1,000 tonight. How much of the $32 you're going to try?
25.
Okay. Big Dick is a throw of what number?
10.
10 is correct.
And now they have $57.
Now you have $57. Now, here's your third question. How much are you going to bet?
I'd like to bet it all.
Bet it all.
You want to bet it all? Okay, boxcars is a throw of what number?
Oh, that's 12.
12 is correct.
They're really climbing now. They have $114.
All right, you're shooting away up. You got $114, and how much you going to go for?
You want to shoot it all?
Let's shoot it all, shall we?
Shoot it all right. It's no more dangerous than going in a house without a vacuum cleaner. Here it is. $114. Little Phoebe is a throw of what number?
5.
5 is correct.
And they wind up with a grand total of $228.
Put it there, kid. Thanks to both of you, and a Happy New Year from Elgin American Compacts. Now, in just 1 minute, our last couple will play You Bet Your Life, and then we know who gets the $1,000 question. But right now, listen to this.
Listen. Those are waves of the Mediterranean caressing the shores of romantic Mallorca, where Elgin American found the simulated pearls of all time. Pearls flawless in quality, glowing with luster, perfectly matched. And now they're Elgin American pearls, exquisitely styled in ropes, chokers, earrings, bracelets, too, distinctively clasped, superbly packaged in gift and jewel boxes. And these pearls supreme cost only $2 to $20 plus tax. They're sensational values. Buy them tomorrow for the elegance that only pearls of such rich quality can add to every costume you wear. And buy them for impressive gifts, to thank a hostess, for birthdays, anniversaries, every gift occasion. They're the simulated pearl beauties and values of all time. Elgin American Pearls.
Okay, now we'll soon know who's going to earn the most money and get the $1,000 question. George, who's ahead so far?
Well, the car hop and the married man are ahead with $228, and the secret word is still name.
I should say.
We invited some college football players to the show tonight, and just before we went on the air, our studio audience selected Jess Swope. And his partner is a Hollywood chiropractor, Dr. Mar Elia. And here they come. Gentlemen, meet Groucho Marx.
Welcome, kids, for Elgin American Compact. And a Happy New Year. And if one of you says the secret word, he wins a 16-millimeter Apollo sound movie projector. It's a common word, something you always have with you. Jess, you're the football player, huh?
Yes, sir.
We have a surplus of football. We have a boy here from the Green Bay Packers. How tall are you, Jess?
6'3", sir.
Well, you're only a baby, huh? How old are you, Jess?
22 years old, sir.
Where are you from?
Los Angeles.
Are you married?
No, sir. I guess I'm lucky.
Why aren't you married, Jess?
I just haven't got much time for girls.
How much time do you need? What school do you attend?
University of Southern California, sir.
And you play football for USC?
Yes, sir.
What position do you play, horizontal or perpendicular?
I play left offensive guard.
Offensive guard?
Yes, sir.
Have you tried a dab of perfume behind each ear? Tell me, what do you want to be after college? Do you want to play professional football?
No, sir. I'm hoping to go to the Olympics in 1952.
Well, I think you're smart and stay where the money is. Stay in college football. And you're Dr. Sheikh Mar Elia? Is that?
Yes, sir.
Is that right?
That's right.
It correctly? What kind of a name is that?
That's an Iranian or Persian name.
Oh. Well, here we go again. You said name, and that's the secret word tonight. George, tell him what he wins.
You win an Apollo 16-millimeter sound movie projector. With it, you can show movies you take yourself or Hollywood sound movies. Retail value, $129.50.
Thank you.
Are you married, Doc?
Yes, sir, I am.
How did you meet your wife?
I met my wife here in Hollywood while I was a professional man. I was invited to have a Persian meal at her home, and I found her to be a very good cook and good looking, and so here I am.
What do they feed you? Persian ivy?
Shish kebab. Shish kebab and pilau.
Shish kebab?
And pilau.
Well, I'm all right. How are you? Tell me, do Persian kittens really come from Persia?
Not necessarily. Usually they come from Persian cats.
I tell the jokes around here. Yes, I used to tell the jokes around. How would you like it if I went over to your house and stole your Persian rugs? Now, Ducky, you don't mind if I call you Ducky, eh?
No, sir.
What did you want to be when you were a boy?
I wanted to be a sheik like my father.
Your father was a sheik? Don't tell me he was Rudolph Valentino.
No, sir, he was not Rudolph Valentino. He was a real sheik.
Oh, Errol Flynn, huh? Now, Doc, I don't want to get nosy, but tell me, have you got a harem?
No, sir, I do not. It's because against the law.
I realize that, but answer my question. Are there still many harems in Persia?
No, sir, there are not. It's against the law now. But there are a few places that they still would leg him.
Well, see if you can get me a case of 20-year-old stuff right off the boat, will you? Were harems always illegal, Doc?
No, sir. Years ago, harems were legal in Persia. A man could have all the wives that he desired in order to get closer to his heaven.
Get closer to what?
To his heaven.
Why did they figure they were closer to heaven if they had a number of wives?
You see, Mr. Marx, when we figure in Persia, when you have only one wife, she might be a good cook, maybe ugly, or not good dancer, or good singer. But if you have more than one wife, one will be good cook, one will be good dancer, one will be good singer. In this way, you receive all the pleasures of life right here, and then you are closer to your heaven.
That's why a man would want more than one wife, so he'd be closer to heaven?
Yes, sir.
That's certainly getting to heaven the hard way. Now, Shiki, in your profession, you must have had a few spine-tingling experiences. Can you recall any incident in particular that you'd care to discuss?
Well, one of them was very embarrassing. When I first got to this country, my first professional match, I was booked as the great wrestling sheik of Persia. As I entered into the ring, I thought I'll show them how Persian wrestlers are. And there we are trained to be very mannerly, very polite. So naturally I walked in, I bowed to the public, and I bowed to the referee, and then I bowed to the wrestler, and went back to my corner. When the bell rang again, I bowed to the public, and I bowed to the referee. And as I bowed to the wrestler, he let me have one right close right to the chin. I went back, and he let me have one in the stomach, and I bowed again, and that was the end of the match.
Well, that'll teach you not to be polite in this country, huh? It was a short match, huh?
Very short.
Next time, use the light end. Well, you've been an interesting couple, and physically, I'll never be the same. Now, before we proceed, George, is something from our sponsor.
For Jess, pearls. Elgin American's beautiful pearls. They're the finest pearls made by man. He can give them to his girlfriend, and I know she'll love them.
Thanks very much.
You bet you will.
What have you got for Shiki over here?
Elgin American's exclusive heart-shaped compact that's definitely different. It's jeweler's bronze that looks like gold. His wife will truly appreciate it.
It's a good thing we're not doing this in Persia. You'd have to have 7 of those, huh? Okay, let's play You Bet Your Life. You beat our other two couples, you'll get a crack at the $1,000 question. I can't tell you how much they won, but George is off stage to remind our listeners.
The newlyweds are still ahead with $85.
Here we go. Let's see how high I can build you $20. You selected famous rivers as your category.
Oh, yes, sir.
All right, you've got $20. How much you want to try?
10, sir.
Here's your first question. Hoover Dam controls the waters of what great western river?
Colorado.
Colorado is right.
And they're off to a good start with $30.
All right, now you got $30. Remember, you're going for $1,000 tonight. How much of the 30 are you going to try?
$10, sir.
$10. All right. What is the name of the sacred Indian river of the Hindus? They bathe in its waters to be purified.
I know it, too. Not Nile.
Take a guess.
Yeah, I get mixed up.
I'm sorry, it's the Ganges.
Ganges, yeah. I get mixed up.
Well, that's a tough one. That's
Yeah.
not
No,
too
I should
easy.
know that.
They now have $20, Groucho.
Well, you only lost 10 that time. You still have $20. And here's your third question. How much of the 20 will you try?
$10.
$10. What is the name of the Northwestern River where the salmon spawn each year? The Grand Coulee Dam is on it.
Columbia.
The Columbia River.
And they're on their way again. They have $30.
All right, you're coming around the stretch now. Here's your last chance to be the other couples. How much will you bet? You got $30.
20.
$20. What is the name of the river immortalized by Mark Twain? It is called the Father of Waters. Mark Twain wrote a couple of books about it. Mississippi, you said it right as the bell rang. Give it all.
And they wind up with a grand total of $50. And that means that the car hop and the married man with $228 get the chance at the $1,000 question.
Well, I'm sorry, but you did pretty well at that, though.
And now a word from Myron Wallace. The name Elgin American means the very finest quality, designing, finish, and craftsmanship. The best value. In exquisite compacts, gorgeous simulated pearls, magnificent dresser sets, magic action lighters, wondrous lighter cases, distinguished cigarette cases, handsome military sets, fascinating musical humidors. Your favorite store has a complete assortment of the newest Elgin American styles right now. See them. And for your own proud use, for thrilling prestige gifts, always buy Elgin American. And here's the winning couple, Groucho, the car hop and the married man.
Ready to try for $1,000, eh? Good luck, and I'll give you 15 seconds to decide on a single answer between you, so talk it over thoroughly. Okay, here we go. You ready? In 1876, government troops were annihilated in the Battle of the Little Big Horn. What general was in command of the doomed forces? All right, now what is the answer you two have decided upon?
The only one I can think of is Custer.
General Custer is right. That's right, you win $1,000. Well, you had the right answer, so you win $1,000 from Elgin American Compacts, and you also win $270. $78. Or is it $228? $228. Well, a few bucks. You really cleaned up tonight. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you very much.
The Elgin American Show, You Bet Your Life, is a John Goodell production, transcribed from Hollywood, directed by Bob Dwan and Bernie Smith. Music by Jerry Fielding. Remember, next week's big question pays $1,000. Be sure to tune in again next Wednesday night at the same time for Groucho Marx and You Bet Your Life.
Well, this brings us to the end of 3 very pleasant years of association with Elgin American Compacts. And I'd like to thank them for their interest and cooperation in presenting our show. Next week, we'll have a new sponsor. So I'll say good night with this final reminder. Have you looked at your compact lately? Good night.